Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So of course, many of you probably have already heard of the young Italian female boxer that had to quit in the middle of a round, middle of the first round, because she was fighting a man. Yeah, women's boxing at the Olympics has two men competing against the women, right? Oh, they wear skirts in the off hours, so yeah, they're women, ergo they can compete. Last year, women's championship excluded them. The organization governing the governing body excluded them because, you know, women's boxing, you're men, you can't compete. The IOC, the International Olympic Committee, yeah, gave them a pass, right? Because you want to be inclusive, right? You want to be inclusive. Why should you exclude these men from women's sports? Other than the fact that they're men, I can't think of a single reason why. Now, we all know about Leah Thomas, 6'4", competing, couldn't break the top 300 as a male swimmer. A year later, he's crushing records. Except in swimming, nobody's punching you in the head, right? Nobody's punching you in the head. You see this ugly face of mine? You see this flat nose? I earned it the hard way. Yep, boxing and kickboxing. It is a very, very tough sport. In fact, I was involved years ago sparring. This is, non-fight, non-competition, just training. Guy suffered major brain injury. This is no exaggeration, major brain injury. This young Italian woman, she went to her knees and realized like she could get seriously hurt here, and she quit. And this isn't the end of the story here. There's a woman who's going to be fighting this man on Saturday. And there's, as I mentioned again, there's another guy competing against women. Well, where do they compete? Where do they compete? A trans woman is a man. There's a men's boxing competition going on at the Olympics. He could have qualified for that. Undoubtedly, he would not have made the cut, so he decides to wear a skirt in his off hours and is now eligible to compete. It is grossly unfair. Women have already been seriously hurt. There was a woman volleyball player, got spiked in the head by a man pretending to be a woman. Neck injuries, I think she had a brain bleed, nerve damage. Another woman in field hockey got her teeth knocked out by a dude. This is awful. And then you have people saying, well, there should be a third category, third category. You mean for all the transgender women, men? You don't hear this from trans women, trans men, which are women, right? Because they can't compete with men. So trans men aren't competing against men, they're women. Somebody is going to get seriously hurt. And these women, it is tragic. I saw a picture of this Italian woman on her knees after giving up, needless to say, countless hours in the gym, getting punched in the face, the road work, the bag work, the sparring. The sacrifices this woman made to get to the Olympic Games and being cheated out of her victory. Awful. This should not be allowed. And then, or you would have to have four sets of competitions. Men and women's competitions, transgender women, which is men, and transgender men, which is women. No. There's male categories, female categories. If you're a man, you compete with the men. I don't care if you wear a skirt and lipstick. Well, you're not a man like John Wayne was a man. Like, let's face it. But you are male, so you get to compete with the males. And if you're a trans man, which means you're a woman, you get to compete with the women, right? I don't care if you pee standing up and make a mess all over the bathroom floor. You're still a woman. You're not a man. This needs to stop. Needs to stop. And women, unfortunately, you get these limp-wristed social justice warrior pansies who support this nonsense, right? No. So women athletes are going to have to just refuse. Just refuse. Women boxer, this Saturday's fight, should just walk into the ring, look at this dude, say, nope, and walk on out. And yep, she'll be disqualified, but this has to happen over and over again so that no women compete against these two men, these two frauds, denying them of their victory. So they go to the podium, gold medals, won all their fights by disqualifications, doesn't matter. It will send a message. And then the silver medal and the bronze medals, these will be actual medals that have been won by female athletes. Somebody is going to get seriously hurt. I did a video, kind of tongue-in-cheek, maybe a year or more ago, about how wonderful male athletes are. Not only do male athletes win all the male sports, they're starting to win all the women's sports. Needs to stop. Needs to stop. If you like the video, drop a thumbs up, gratifies my fragile male ego, and check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. Yeah, Islamophobia, transphobia, socialism, all of this poisonous, oppression of blacks, it's all poisonous leftist nonsense, and I give you the receipts. I promise you, the receipts are there. Thanks so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye now.